Gerbils are born into a world where an 8-year-old is their guardian. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Easy Peasy. I'm Zach, and today we're taking a look at r/brand new sentence. Ocean pollution is a huge problem, but there's an obvious solution. Raccoons love to eat garbage. Therefore, if we trained a raccoon navy, they'd be able to go out into the sea and eat the ocean garbage. I don't see how this plan could go wrong. We should also give them swords. Stop taking social media so serious. Nothing here is real. Look at this chicken. It is bigger than the car. Are racist people like, ugh, my open-minded uncle is going to be at Thanksgiving this year? I've wondered the same thing. Wasn't prepared for the specificity with which Google answered this. How long does a cat hold a grudge? 16 hours. You'll grow up not ever really knowing if you deserve love, but one day you'll meet someone who loves you, and then you'll be able to accept yourself. Then, once they really get to know you, they'll find you unbearable and leave. But the important thing is to stay hydrated. Fighting Jake Paul is how athletes declare bankruptcy without saying it. I wish Animal Crossing was real and my only plans for tomorrow were getting up and watering my tulips and then hanging out with my cat friends, then finding money in trees to pay off my debt to a raccoon. I know, I wish I could just go out back and bash a couple rocks and make 30 grand. I bet before peanut butter was invented, people just chewed on individual peanuts for a long time and felt a vague longing for the future. Well, I imagine people like chewed up a bunch of peanuts and then spit it out like the chewed up muck. And then that's peanut butter. I'm sorry. Rage Against the Machine never specified what type of machine they were furious with, but I reckon it was probably a printer. You're probably right. My conspiracy theory is that time travel is real, and someone keeps trying to fix 2020 by changing something, but every time they do, they unwittingly make it worse. How else do you explain the sudden disappearance of murder hornets? They saved us from those, but at what cost? Imagine if instead of K-pop, it was R-pop, and it's from Russia, and you had girls all over Twitter being like, stream this, and posting pictures like this, and being like, oh my god, Ivanovich looks so cute. Imagine if Elmo was a wild animal. Like, imagine you're in the jungle and you come upon a large, ravenous pack of wild Elmos. Yeah, no thanks. Dudes walk around with a jug of water like they're about to dig holes at Camp Green Lake with Stanley Yelnats. Who says I'm not gonna dig holes at Camp Green Lake with Stanley Yelnats? You put ribs in the oven at 200 degrees for 4 hours and they fall off the bone. Your body is on your skeleton at 98.6 degrees for 70 years, and nothing. Dr. Michael Baden on the paradox of meat. I have the memory mattress and the gravity blanket. Once I acquire the time pillow and dovet of truth, I can do the summoning. Me uses yeet in a sentence. 14-year-old. Mom, no one says yeet. Yeet is cringe? Mom, no one says cringe. Cringe has been yeeted? The glare was epic. Binfluencer. The person on your street who always puts their wheelie bins out first on bin day and the rest of the neighbors follow. I think I might have invented a new word. The reason why you are poor is because you think of sex when it rains instead of farming. What the hell does that mean? I experience same-sex attraction, but my identity is in Christ. Experiencing same-sex attraction is not sinful. Acting on it is. Being tempted is not sinful. Choosing the temptation is. God provides the strength and grace necessary to choose life over the enemy lies. He is good. Okay, Queen, DM me when Jesus isn't looking. Leave the peach cobbler in the kitchen alone, Mother would say, going upstairs, but I couldn't help myself. I sneaked in and watched him make his stupid little peach shoes, taunting. Nobody's going to wear those, I'd say. They're stupid. But on he worked. She ebbin' on my knees or till I Scrooge. So here's the thing. Tumblr and Apple can ban as many words as they want and it will never achieve their goal of cleaning up this site, because this wretched nonsense poetry is somehow now the single dirtiest thing I've ever read in my life, and honestly, thank God. Sorry. It's our heritage! Pokemon Go has lasted longer than the Confederacy did, and with 3 times the Americans behind it. You're lucky they only took the statues down instead of replacing them with Pikachus. People who have no playlists and just shuffle their liked songs folder are capable of murder. Coding tip for when you get stuck. Shut your laptop. Stand up. Stretch. Take a walk. Go to the airport. Get on a plane. Adopt a sea lion. Never return. You say that it's f***ed that gingerbread men live in gingerbread houses, but to a gingerbread person, gingerbread is just as inscrutable and fundamental as carbon. The people in homes are no more alike than humans are to diamonds. Only we, their gods and creators, can see the horror. It's only physics if it's from the physique region of France. Otherwise, it's just sparkling math. One thing I would like is a recut of a horror movie where every surprise is delightful, like the girl finally decides to check out the weird noise coming from the basement, and it's 14 hedgehogs throwing an ice cream social. Remember to have a smoke alarm in every room and check the batteries monthly. A 10-watt laser diode that will fit in your hand can ignite some books, papers, or flammable furnishings through a window from a block away with no forensic evidence of arson. Every chef right now. Today I'm going to show you how to make something simple with ingredients everyone has in their pantry. Since you can't go to the store, I'm starting with Madagascar vanilla, hemp milk, and a single feather from a dodo bird. I wonder if Gordon Ramsay ever says f it and microwaves himself 12 pizza rolls at 2 a.m. The 5 types of Christmas songs. Look, snow! I want Santa's money. Let's all get schnackered. The birth of Christ has ushered in a new age and no man shall taste eternal death. I am not a tomboy. I am 32 years old. I am a full-grown Thomasman. Thinking about my optometrist who was treating my eye infection and said, if it hurts, you can rinse your eye with boiled water. Look at me. I want you to understand that I mean water that has been boiled and has since cooled down, not boiling water, do you understand? Like, I'm so grateful for this man ensuring that I wouldn't destroy my eyes by pouring boiling water in it, because it is an adequate assessment of my intelligence. We used to be a country, a proper country. Your most recent tweet is a cow, not even a humanoid anthro cow, literally just a cow. You drink cow milk out of a glass and without a When we were at Costco earlier, James was cruising right along and I told him to slow down and he was like, we're only here for 3 things, and a sea of dads just erupted in laughter and, buddy, that's what you think, just lit him the up. The Costco dads are absolutely relentless. People make fun of Sally Fields' character in Mrs. Doubtfire for not seeing through Robin Williams' ruse, but accusing your nanny of secretly being your ex-husband disguised as an elderly British woman is the sort of shot you don't take unless you're 100% certain. Sometimes I forget that Elon Musk has always been a privileged rich kid, and Elon Musk's daddy owned an emerald mine, and Elon Musk walked around with jewels in his pockets, and Elon Musk didn't start Tesla. He just outs the founders, and Elon Musk has never invented anything, sometimes. High school is a really bizarre experience in retrospect. Would start your morning at 8 a.m. with a honey bun and an orange soda, and then would learn about the Pythagorean theorem, read Robert Frost, and then go run a mile all in a span of 3 hours. And the best part? I use none of that knowledge today, except English. English was actually, I like English. You couldn't pay me to even try that. One slip and it's a goofy yodel all the way down to that abyss. Please note that Disney's depiction of Winnie the Pooh is still under copyright. It's the character from the books that entered the public domain. Red shirt on the bear, artists beware. If nude he be, your Pooh is free. Fly me to the moon. Let me kick its ass. Let me show what I learned in my moon jujitsu class. Wow, this blew up. Wish the moon would. The expert ham sniffer of Spain is, quote, at the limit of human possibility, smelling 800 hams a day to make sure they are perfect for Christmas. Quote, I will find a way to sniff 801. Perhaps 802 is possible. Give me $5 and I will move to your ex's current city, super like them on Tinder until they notice me, conjure up whatever lies necessary for them to fall for me, then frame them for triple homicide in the court of law. My homie just chugged 3 Mike's Hard Lemonades, 12 fluid ounces, and beat through the fire and flames on expert with a Wii nunchuck, while gay. Gonna start appending while gay to everything I do. A president makes a new law that anyone shorter than him gets executed, but he accidentally makes it an amendment to the Constitution, so it applies to future presidents too. In the next elections, there's a frenzy of people voting for the shortest president so they don't die, and this is how they end up electing a 3-foot-tall man named Pinwheel Patrick, who goes on to become the most tyrannical dictator the world has ever seen. It's kinda f***ed that musicians eat sandwiches by playing them inside trombones and honking them into each other's mouths. This is an example of defamiliarization where something totally normal, conventional, and ordinary, like honk-witching, is taken and described as something that sounds weird and foreign. Yeah, I remember seeing honk-witching in band. Scientists tagging birds with colored bands and accidentally making the tagged birds more appealing to mates is so funny. Imagine being abducted by aliens and they give you a Gucci belt. Boys are so tough until they're in the passenger seat of your car, and then it's squirming around and grabbing the edge of their seat yelling, Jesus Christ, Grace, there's a f***ing truck, please, Grace. Remember, toe beans are the sign of a killer. Funnily enough, I'm not 100% joking. While many animals have paw pads, the particular kind of soft, squishy beans found on house cats are an adaptation for stealth. Squishy beans mean you're looking at an ambush predator. These are the beans of a killer, Bella. Who decided skeletons are scary? Like, you have a skeleton, do not be afraid of you. But they aren't meant to exit the meat. I really think Rasputin lucked out, in that being remembered by history as some species of giant unkillable sex wizard is something most of us can only fruitlessly aspire to. Why is it cancelled in the UK but cancelled in America? Oh, I actually know the answer to this one. American newspaper ads charge by the letter, so a lot of people would eliminate unnecessary letters like the second L in cancelled or the U in color. Some of these spelling changes were used so often that they stuck, and now Americans just spell some words differently. In summary, Americans spell things weird because capitalism. Betty White really saw Nazis and Among Us in the same lifetime. That's cool. The highest comfort per clothing removed ratio is socks. I always wear socks. During my divorce, my grandma asked me if I wanted her to off my ex. I'm 99 years old, she said. They can't do much to me at this point, that is, if I even get caught. I'm sure she was kidding, at least 87% sure. Either way, that's the type of support everyone deserves. Addison Rae hired me to run her Spotify account. She makes me click on esoteric, non-binary vibes artists and play it at 2% volume. And if I play something normcore, she beats me and doesn't let me eat for 3 days. Can we go to heaven with tattoos? People with tattoos will not go to heaven. People who drink alcohol will not go to heaven. People who eat too much pork will also not go to heaven. Short people will not go to heaven. Yet I am really not going to heaven. What's the word for when hands are bisexual? Do you mean ambidextrous? The airline travel is the absolute pinnacle of humanity to me. We found a way to soar through the high untrespassed sanctity of space, and also found a way to make it suck the whole time. Absolutely iconic work by the species. Hats off to the waiter that kept a straight face as my 5-year-old ordered the vagina for lunch instead of the lasagna. And hey, just like that, we have reached the end of r/brand-new-sentence. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified every time Easy Peasy uploads. And hey, if you want to see more from me, my links are always down in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you around.